Hello dear students, in the last video we have studied about the amphoteric metal oxides. I just want you to know these formulas, they can be useful. First formula that we should know about is sodium aluminate. The chemical formula is NaAlO2, and then we have sodium zincate, that is Na2ZnO2. Most of the metal oxides are water insoluble. That means they do not dissolve in water, or a metal oxide does not dissolve in water. But some of metal oxides dissolve in water to form alkalis. We have seen that alkalis are the water soluble bases. So alkalis are water soluble bases. Now we should look at the examples of metal oxides which are water soluble and they produce alkalis. So Na2O, when reacts with water, it produces NaOH, which is an alkali. K2O, when reacts with water, it produces 2KOH, which is an alkali. Both NaOH and KOH are called alkali because both of these are water soluble bases. Dissolving sodium oxide, disodium oxide Na2O, and potassium oxide or dipotassium oxide is an example of combination reaction. You can see here that two reactant give single product, and that is why the dissolution of a sodium or potassium oxide is the example of combination reaction. This is what you can really remember, or if answer, like if asked the question like that, you can answer it very easily. Now we want to study about the non-metal oxide. So reaction of non-metal oxide with base. What would happen if non-metal oxide like carbon dioxide reacts with base which is known as the calcium hydroxide? So we have already seen it. When the carbon dioxide is passed from the lime water, the lime water turns milky by the production of calcium carbonate. So when carbon dioxide gas is passed through the lime water, calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, we get milky lime water due to the production of CaCO3, calcium carbonate, which is a water insoluble. So from white that form the white precipitates, and lime water turns milky. So CaOH twice aqueous plus CO2, that gives white precipitates of CaCO3 and water. This is how the lime water turns milky. We can easily even say that when base reacts with non-metal oxide, it produces salt and water. So when non-metal oxide react with base, it gives salt and water. So we can make a formula for us that non-metal oxide plus base, that gives salt plus water. If we compare above equation with the equation acid plus base, that gives salt per water, we can realize that non-metal oxides are acidic. So we can say that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. So now we should study about the various types of non-metal oxides. Actually, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, so we shall call them the acidic non-metal oxide. But apart from acidic non-metal oxide, we may also get neutral non-metal oxides. So what are the acidic non-metal oxides? The acidic non-metal oxides are the non-metal oxides that reacts with base and produce salt and water. Whereas what are the neutral non-metal oxides? Neutral non-metal oxides are the non-metal oxides that reacts neither with acid nor with base. So as they do not react with acid or base, they are called the neutral, and they react with base and produce salt and water, so they are called the acidic non-metal oxide. The example of acidic non-metal oxides are carbon dioxide CO2, nitrogen dioxide NO2, sulfur dioxide SO2. Even SO3 is an acidic non-metal oxide. Whereas the neutral non-metal oxides are nitric oxide NO, carbon monoxide CO, nitrous oxide N2O. These three are the examples of neutral non-metal oxide. Acidic non-metal oxide, if dissolved in water, produces acid. Let us look at the examples. CO2, when reacts with water, it produces H2CO3, which is known as carbonic acid. SO2, when reacts with water, it produces H2SO3, which is known as sulfurous acid. In text question, why should curd and sour substances not be kept in the brass and copper vessel? Why should we not keep the curd and sour substances into the copper or brass vessel. So curd and sour substances have acid in them. Brass has copper. Copper, when reacts with acids, produces copper salt, which is not good for our health. So curd and sour substances should not be kept into the brass or copper metal vessels. So this is your in-text question. Now we are going to study something more about like some more in-text question from this. We have the next in-text question for us. Which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with metal? Illustrate with example. How do you test for the presence of this gas? So we can say that hydrogen gas is liberated when an acid is allowed to react with metal. For example, zinc metal reacts with dilute sulfuric acid. So zinc metal, when it reacts with dilute sulfuric acid H2SO4, it produces zinc sulfate ZnSO4 and H2. Produced gas via delivery tube is passed through the soap solution. So soap bubbles with gas burns with the pop sound. When brought near the lead candle. Burning with pop sound is the test for the hydrogen gas. So this is how we test the gas. Now we have the next in-text question. Metal compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguishes the burning candle. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. This is an interesting question, my dear students. So let us solve the question. The gas that does not support burning and extinguish fire is carbon dioxide gas. A is a metal compound that produces carbon dioxide effervescence with dilute hydrochloric acid and produces calcium chloride. See, Cl from acid goes to Cl2. So the A is the salt of calcium. So A must be carbonate or hydrogen carbonate of metal calcium. Now A may be calcium carbonate or A may be calcium hydrogen carbonate. But calcium hydrogen carbonate is not isolated in solid state, it is water soluble substance. So A must be calcium carbonate CaCO3. So CaCO3, when it reacts with 2HCl, it gives CaCl2 H2O plus CO2. We have already studied, my dear students, that when metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate reacts with acid, it produces salt, water and carbon dioxide. Thank you, my dear students. I hope you are enjoying your studies. Happy learning.